Have you ever woken up feeling more tired than when you went to bed? Or scanned your reflection in the mirror and wondered why your skin doesn't glow the way it once did? With each passing decade, you might sense that your body needs extra support, even if you haven't pinpointed exactly where or how. Many doctors, focusing on seniors over 60, have begun emphasizing the importance of specific daily supplements. These aren't exotic fads or unproven miracle cures. They're core nutrients that address the common shortfalls we develop as we age. Gaps in bone strength, immune resilience, and energy that can quietly diminish our quality of life. While a balanced diet remains essential, the reality is that older adults face absorption challenges, medication interactions, and shifting appetites that can make it tough to get all the vitamins and minerals necessary just from meals. That's where supplements step in. In this conversation, we'll explore 4 that many experts consistently recommend. By the end, you'll have a clearer sense of why these supplements matter, how they nurture your aging body, and how to integrate them sensibly so you can aim for a healthier, longer, and more active life. Maybe you remember a time when you took your bones for granted, climbing stairs with ease, hauling groceries without a second thought, kneeling on the floor to play with kids or grandkids. After 60, it becomes increasingly clear that bone density isn't just a given. The first supplement that doctors often underscore is vitamin D. Sometimes paired with calcium, vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin thanks to the way our skin synthesizes it when exposed to sunlight. In earlier years, a quick stroll in daylight might have sufficed for healthy levels, but older adults frequently end up deficient for several reasons. Perhaps you're not spending as much time outdoors, or when you do, you wear protective clothing or sunscreen that interferes with vitamin D production. Add in the body's reduced efficiency in synthesizing vitamin D with age, and the shortage can become significant. What's the impact? Well, without adequate vitamin D, your bones struggle to absorb the calcium they need, leading to a steady decline in bone density and raising the risk of fractures. A small misstep on the sidewalk can become a major injury if your bones aren't strong enough to resist impact. Taking a daily vitamin D supplement, often recommended in the range of 1,000 to 2,000 IU international units, can bridge that gap. Some doctors also suggest pairing vitamin D with vitamin K2 to ensure that calcium goes into your bones instead of accumulating in your arteries. Meanwhile, combining vitamin D with calcium helps bolster the entire skeletal framework, particularly if your dietary sources, like dairy or leafy greens, aren't enough to provide consistent levels of calcium. Keep in mind that not everyone needs massive amounts of calcium, so you'll want to be mindful of your total intake to avoid kidney stress or other side effects. If your doctor checks your vitamin D levels via a simple blood test and finds them very low, they might start you on a higher dose short term. Then, you can shift to a moderate daily maintenance dose. The goal isn't to overshoot to super high levels, but to land in that sweet spot where your bones remain robust, your muscles function well, and you reduce the risk of osteoporosis. You might notice that with adequate vitamin D, you also feel sharper mentally and experience fewer colds or flus, as it supports immune health. In a sense, vitamin D helps you stand firmer on this earth, literally and figuratively. If vitamin D ensures the structural foundation, the second must-have supplement for seniors is vitamin B12, critical for energy, nerve function, and the production of healthy red blood cells. Even if you used to get plenty of B12 from foods like meat, fish, and eggs, absorption can wane with age. Your stomach lining may produce less acid or fewer enzymes, making it harder to break down proteins that carry B12. Certain medications, like those for acid reflux, further reduce absorption by altering stomach acidity. Low B12 can manifest as fatigue, memory lapses, mood swings, or a tingling sensation in hands and feet. In severe cases, it can mimic dementia or lead to anemia, prompting weakness and shortness of breath. That's why many doctors advise seniors to take a B12 supplement daily or opt for a B complex that covers a range of B vitamins. The advantage of B12 in supplement form, especially as methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin, is that it bypasses some of the absorption problems in the gut. Some older adults also get monthly B12 injections if tests show their levels are particularly low. The payoff is noticeable. Your energy might rise, your mind might feel a bit clearer, and nerve tingles could diminish. The improvements won't be overnight. Think a few weeks or months before you see the full effect, but the shift can be remarkable, especially if you've been running on low B12 for years without realizing it. Over time, normalizing B12 can help keep your red blood cells healthy, ensuring oxygen gets delivered to your tissues, which supports overall vitality. In simpler terms, if you felt like you're dragging even after a full night's rest, or you struggle with random bouts of lightheadedness, B12 deficiency could be at play, and a supplement might be the quiet fix you've been missing. The third daily supplement in a senior's arsenal is the ever-popular omega-3 fatty acids, commonly found in fish oil or algae-based formulations. Why do doctors and nutritionists keep talking about omega-3s? Because as you age, inflammation becomes a central issue, a driver behind heart disease, joint pain, and even certain cognitive declines. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA, are known to help reduce inflammation throughout the body. They can also support healthy cholesterol levels, help keep arteries more flexible, and offer potential benefits for brain health. In cultures where fish is a staple, research has shown lower rates of certain heart problems and better cognitive aging. However, not everyone likes or can eat enough fatty fish, like salmon or mackerel, to reap these benefits. That's where a supplement can step in. While you can buy fish oil capsules at nearly every store, quality matters. Some cheaper brands lack the potency or purity to make a difference, and they might leave an unpleasant aftertaste. Reputable brands often ensure the oil is purified to remove mercury or other contaminants, and they list the amounts of EPA and DHA on the label. Typical doses for seniors range from 1,000 to 2,0 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA per day, though the exact recommendation can vary based on your health profile. If you're on blood-thinning medications, discuss with your doctor before starting a high-dose fish oil, as it can have a mild blood-thinning effect. A daily omega-3 supplement may help cushion your joints, reduce morning stiffness, or even support mood stability. Over the long haul, it's your heart and brain that may thank you most, enjoying a calmer inflammatory state and possibly better cognitive retention. Don't expect fish oil to cure everything, but see it as part of a broader strategy that also includes moving regularly, eating nutrient-dense meals, and moderating stress. Omega-3s are like a subtle tune-up, quietly improving systemic health. Lastly, older adults frequently overlook magnesium, yet it's a mineral that touches hundreds of enzymatic processes in the human body, from muscle contraction and nerve conduction to bone density and blood sugar regulation. In a fast-paced younger life, you might have brushed off magnesium deficiency as occasional muscle cramps or restless legs. But after 60, even minor deficits can disrupt your sleep quality, contribute to irregular heartbeat, or add to blood pressure challenges. Many diets lack sufficient magnesium because processed foods strip away the mineral, and produce grown in depleted soils might not carry as much as it once did. Some seniors also take diuretics for blood pressure, or deal with digestive issues that flush out or block magnesium absorption. A daily magnesium supplement, often in the form of magnesium citrate, glycinate, or malate, can support muscle relaxation, reduce nighttime leg cramps, and improve overall rest. Some find it helps them doze off more easily, diminishing insomnia that stems from mild restlessness. Additionally, magnesium complements calcium and vitamin D in supporting healthy bones. If you're ramping up your calcium intake, balancing it with adequate magnesium can prevent the tightness or twitchiness that sometimes occurs when calcium is unopposed. As always, you don't need monstrous doses. Somewhere around 200 to 400 mints per day can suffice. But that's best refined with medical advice if you're dealing with kidney issues or taking certain prescriptions. Too much magnesium can lead to laxative effects, which is helpful if you're constipated, but unwanted if your digestion is already fine. Start modestly and notice how your body responds. Over a few weeks, the difference might show up as fewer muscle aches, steadier sleep, or a subtle improvement in your overall sense of calm. By now, you might be thinking, do I really need all these 4 supplements? Vitamin D, possibly with calcium, Vitamin B12, omega-3s, and magnesium every single day? The reality is that these are the most commonly cited by doctors for older adults because they address widespread shortfalls. Each handles a slightly different aspect of aging, but together they form a robust foundation. Of course, you should confirm with your personal healthcare provider, considering your unique history, any existing health conditions, and any medications you're taking. Blood tests can clarify whether you're deficient in vitamin D or B12, for instance. But even if you're borderline, a small daily boost can often keep levels stable. The good news is these aren't typically the priciest or hardest to find supplements. You can locate them at most pharmacies or order them online. Quality can vary, so look for reputable brands or check consumer testing resources. If you prefer fewer pills, some seniors opt for a high-quality multivitamin that includes a decent dose of D, B12, and magnesium, then add a separate fish oil. Or maybe you prefer a specialized D and calcium supplement, a separate B12, a well-chosen magnesium, and an omega-3. The arrangement can be flexible. You may also wonder how quickly you might notice changes. Don't expect dramatic overnight transformations. Supplements help fill nutritional gaps and support your body's natural processes. So, the effect is cumulative. Over a few weeks or months, you might sense that you stand a little taller, that your mood stays more even, or that you recover from mild exertion with less stiffness. Some improvements, like stronger bones or better cardiovascular function, unfold behind the scenes, not always felt directly until you realize you're not suffering the same old aches, or your doctor notes healthy lab results. Meanwhile, pairing these supplements with a balanced lifestyle, a diet rich in vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, plus regular movement and stress management, can multiply the benefits. Supplements aren't a magic bullet. They're a supportive tool that works best within a holistic approach. You might also have concerns about side effects or interactions. It's wise to check for potential conflicts. For instance, if you're on blood thinners, high doses of omega-3 can add a mild blood-thinning effect. If you have kidney problems, your magnesium intake might need special monitoring. If you're on certain diabetes medications, watch for any shifts in blood sugar as you fine-tune your daily regimen. And while vitamin D is vital, too much can lead to hypercalcemia, a rare but real condition if you go far beyond recommended doses. Being informed and discussing these details with a physician ensures you get the right amounts without tipping into imbalance. Another question is how to schedule them. Some people take all their pills with breakfast to keep it simple. Others find spacing them out gentler on the stomach or more conducive to absorption, particularly for calcium or magnesium. For instance, magnesium sometimes works well in the evening, aligning with its muscle-relaxing property that can help you wind down. B12 might be best earlier in the day if it tends to boost energy. Omega-3 is often easiest to handle with a meal that includes some fat, improving absorption and reducing any fishy aftertaste. Everyone's routine is a bit different, so experiment. If swallowing multiple capsules is challenging, you can look into chewable or liquid forms, or smaller capsules that are easier on the throat. The aim is to create a daily pattern you don't dread, so it remains sustainable. Some seniors worry that taking multiple supplements means they're losing the battle against aging. In reality, it's more about giving your body the resources it needs to maintain functionality. Years ago, you might have gotten enough sunshine, eaten enough nutrient-rich foods, and had a robust metabolism that kept deficiencies at bay. But as we shift into the 60s and 70s, small cracks can appear in that foundation. The fact that you're exploring how best to fill those gaps means you're actively investing in your well-being. Consider it an act of self-care, akin to wearing reading glasses or hearing aids. None of these solutions imply weakness. They simply adapt to the body's present needs, preserving your capacity to live the life you want. To recap, vitamin D upholds bone strength and immunity, B12 fuels energy and nerve health, omega-3 addresses inflammation and cardiovascular support, and magnesium underpins everything from muscle relaxation to healthy sleep. It's a quartet that doctors often single out because each addresses core vulnerabilities of older age. Sure, you might add other specialized supplements if recommended, such as probiotics for digestive health or lutein for eye care, but the top four represent the broad pillars of daily resilience. Some older adults discover that once they have these basics in place, their overall health picture stabilizes enough that they feel comfortable tackling new challenges. Like introducing mild strength training or a creative hobby. In that sense, the supplements become a baseline from which you can flourish, rather than a last-ditch effort to fix something already broken. You might find it useful to keep a small supplement organizer for each day of the week, labeling morning, noon, or night sections. This not only prevents accidental double dosing but also helps you track consistency. If you skip a day or two, it's not the end of the world, but maintaining a regular schedule yields more reliable benefits. And if at some point you notice side effects, unusual digestive discomfort, or changes in your lab results, don't hesitate to reevaluate. The beauty of these four recommended supplements is that they are, for the majority of seniors, quite safe under normal guidelines. They integrate well with standard diets and lifestyles provided you follow recommended dosages. Beyond the physical perks, there's also a psychological boost from knowing you're being proactive. Aging can come with a sense that your best health is behind you, that changes you see in the mirror or feel in your bones are unstoppable. Yet by choosing daily supplements, you're reminding yourself that you still have control over many aspects of your wellness. Every time you take your vitamin D or fish oil capsule, it's a small affirmation that you matter and you're doing your part to remain robust. Over months or years, that subtle mindset shift can feed into better lifestyle choices overall. You might decide to walk more, drink more water, or reduce sugary snacks, realizing you want to complement the good you're doing with those capsules. If you still have doubts about certain options, like the exact brand of fish oil or the best type of magnesium, many pharmacists are well-versed in these questions. They can point you toward quality brands, help you decode labels, and cross-check with your existing medication list. Reading reviews or checking independent testing organizations can also clarify which supplements meet purity and potency standards. Remember, you're not looking for miracle cures with bold claims. You're looking for consistent, moderate doses of widely studied nutrients. Grandiose marketing about cure-all solutions typically fails the test of real science, so a measured approach is best. A final note, none of these four daily supplements should replace a foundation of healthy eating. Seniors still thrive on colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, legumes, lean protein sources, and healthy fats. Supplements fill gaps. They don't overshadow the synergy of whole foods. And staying hydrated, sleeping well, and moving your body regularly remain the pillars of a vibrant older adulthood. If you're physically able, cultivate some gentle exercise, like short nature walks, a bit of yoga, or a mild resistance band routine. And let the supplements support that effort from the inside out. That combination can help you stay not just alive, but truly lively, continuing to engage with hobbies, social circles, and the personal interests that bring joy. So, to sum up and clarify your path forward, talk to your doctor about adding vitamin D, especially if your exposure to sunlight is limited or you've tested low. Consider a consistent B12 dose to guard your energy and nerve health. Incorporate a quality omega-3 for inflammatory balance, and bolster your body's enzymatic and muscular functions with magnesium. Make sure you follow guidelines on dosage, watch for interactions, and settle into a routine that's easy to maintain. Over time, you could be pleasantly surprised at how these small daily actions accumulate, supporting stronger bones, sharper vitality, and a mood that says, "I'm still here, thriving." Let each day's supplement routine be a moment of self-affirmation. You haven't surrendered your health to the clock. You're actively shaping your longevity. If your later years are a journey, these supplements are the reliable travel companions, ensuring you have what you need to go the distance. It's not about chasing eternal youth or ignoring the changes of age. It's about respecting your body's new requirements and addressing them head-on, so you can continue living fully, experiencing new things, and sharing time with the people you care about. Aging is inevitable. Losing health prematurely doesn't have to be. With these 4 daily supplements, you're taking a big step toward living not just longer, but better. Let that be your guiding thought the next time you fill your weekly pill organizer. Each capsule or tablet is a small gift to your future self, and that future self deserves all the support you can provide.